Hello there, it's a bright Wednesday morning and it's a good day to be alive.
Yes, indeed. And a great time to be watching TV, especially TVC.
You're tuned into that show that happens every single day, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And we come live to you from the studios of TVC Communications here in Lagos.
We're live, like believe it, we're actually live. Streaming
every
on
single
Facebook,
day, we wake up
on our website.
To be here for you.
Yeah. So when we get through all the hustle and bustle of getting the show ready, we want you to tune in live from our website. That's tvcontinental.tv.
And you can check us out on Facebook as well.
Yes, indeed.
While you're on your way to work or wherever else you're going.
So this is where I start singing that song. Guess who's back? Back again.
Who's
Beyonce.
back? Who's back? Who's back? Beyonce's in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Hello.
Let's do the dance, the Beyonce dance. Hey, let's go.
You know.
Let's do this.
We finally found Beyonce.
Yes,
We
indeed.
brought him
We
out
had
from.
to
Go dig.
and
We brought him out.
You guys dug really deep.
Come on, host.
He was one of
Wake up,
those
Nigeria.
Thai kids from Thailand that we brought out from the cave.
in a cave and we had to dig him out.
Yeah, so we dug him out. He's finally here.
But that's not really a nice joke, though. Those kids really went through some crazy stuff.
Yeah, but they're fine, thank God.
Thank God.
So, all right. So something special is going to be happening in the kitchen.
Of course.
And we know Beyonce knows how to do it best.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Hello.
Beyonce is just gushing. Like, he's just blushing and gushing.
Yeah, the last time I saw MM, she was ×2. Like, but now she's.
I'm still not forgiving you, so don't psych me. Don't psych me.
Okay.
Well, we're going to be having a wonderful
We're going
time,
straight to this morning's highlights. All the stuff that we have in store for you today.
So there's never been a greater need for everyone to start farming. Now we have Sheon joining us once again this week to put us through farming in our own backyard with some recycled items. This morning, we're focusing on lettuce and we'll be checking on those tomatoes that were planted about 6 weeks ago.
And because today is World Population Day with the theme, Family Planning is a Human Right, we'll have Barrister Abimbola Salu Hudain, the Honorable Federal Commissioner of the National Population Commission, Lagos, who's going to be talking to us about some of these things.
We'll also be bringing you our daily FIFA World Cup update, brought to you by Power Oil.
Finally, we're a show steeped in tradition, and one of the things that we love to do, what we love to talk about, is has to do with relationships and marriage and you know, all those things, you know, around that. And we have Sandra Odufaderin here to talk to us, and couples especially, about sexual sustainability.
I've never heard those two words put
Keeping it
together.
going in the bedroom, if you know what I mean.
Sustainability.
Yeah.
Oh dear me, very, very, very interesting topic. Now keep your suggestions coming in. Of course, all your tweets, posts, everything. We will be getting to them later on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at TVC Connect. And we have something to give away today.
Yeah,
yes.
we do. Can Beyonce remember the first dish he made here?
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure he
Beyonce?
can.
Oh. I don't remember what the first dish
I know
was.
he made it several times because we're rehearsing.
No, we meant the live one.
Oh, the live one. Yeah, he made it the day before.
I
You
actually
guys spoke
don't
about
remember.
his favorite dish or something. I'm looking at the question to ask so that let's give out some of our old. Let's look at those that were here.
Those were very...
Way back.
Yeah, from way back. So
started the
we'll
show
give
with
out.
us.
We'll give out stuff in the kitchen. We'll give out power oil cartons. We'll give out chopping boards. We'll give out aprons. So kitchen stuff, right? So what do we do? Let's put out something there. Something connected to. Let's get some people,
connected to Beyonce.
Yeah, but I
Beyonce
think
is
his
back.
first meal, actually.
Beyonce's first dish.
His first meal on the show.
Yeah.
What was the first meal he cooked on the
It
show?
is actually online, so it's not hard.
It's
You can go
online,
to
so
our
you can
website.
search for it. Search for our
Okay,
very
the first few.
episode,
Let's say
yeah.
maybe the first few meals.
No, let the first one.
These guys are
The
wicked.
first,
The first one.
the first one is there.
Okay,
And
there
you
you
have
have
to
it.
be precise.
Okay, there you have it. If you don't know the first one, you can do the second one. Then Beyonce will have to pick where we go on social media.
Just post Beyonce's picture, and if it's fine, we'll consider it.
Yeah. So
So do whatever you want. You can get to win a carton of power oil. and
Exactly.
stuff like that.
all that.
So on social
goodies.
media, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. I'll put up a poster. Yeah.
But we have to go to the news now. We're already
Yeah.
sort of late for it.
Okay.
Sarah is on standby.
Good morning. Welcome to the news update. I am Sarah Yeku. It's a tough time to live in parts of Nigeria's middle belt with attacks by suspected herdsmen continuing. Add to that the Adamawa state government's alarm over looming food crisis. The government says the impending famine is the consequence of constant attacks on agricultural communities, and Commissioner for Information Ahmad Sejo says the state is very concerned about mass evacuation of people from their homelands due to fear of more attacks. It condemns last Sunday's attack on communities in Numan and Demsa local government areas of the state, and says the government is working with security agencies to restore peace. Away from that, President Muhammad Buhari has called on the people of Ekiti State to vote for John Kayode Fayemi of the APC in order to experience all-round development. President Buhari led stalwarts to Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, at the party's mega rally ahead of the July the 14th election. And the Imo State House of Assembly has started the process of impeaching the Deputy Governor, Eze Madumere, in a petition submitted by the Deputy Speaker of the House and signed by 13 members. The House accused Deputy Governor of vacating his office for 90 days without permission and refusing to attend executive meetings. The House asked the committee investigating the matter to provide its report in 7 days. All workers in Nigeria have suspended the ultimatum issued to the government 3 weeks ago after a pending industrial dispute. The National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, however, called for a summit to entrench industrial harmony. At a news briefing in Abuja, its leadership says the intervention of key officials, including Labour and Productivity Minister Chris Ngige, led to the realization of some of the workers' concerns. President, National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, Williams Akboreha, says the 80 members sacked in OES Deep Sea in Port Harcourt have been reinstated, amongst others, and demands have been met. But the union warns of an imminent industrial strike in Akwa Ibom State. And that's all on the news right now. Stay tuned for another update at the top of the hour. Let's have a look at what Mother Nature has in store for us. It's the weather update coming up next.
All right, it's time for the newspaper headlines, starting with the Vanguard. Gang up by parties can't stop Buhari, says APC. Urges members with grievances to explore windows of reconciliation. 2 APC reps defect to coalition of united opposition parties. Mogalu, Balarabe Musa doubt reasons for Grand Alliance, and one other rider there. Federal government to shut down Third Mainland Bridge for repairs. Oh, wow.
I could hear you pause there. That pause was dramatic. You hear me?
Some of us are moving to Lekki. Senate invasion. Reps recommend Omo Agege for 180 days legislative suspension. Images of underage voting in Kano faked, says INEC. All on the cover of the Vanguard.
And on the Nigerian Tribune, we have Senate to debate Executive Order 6 to summon AGF. Moves to amend Police Act 75 years after. It also says here, law school calls Firdaus Amasa and 1,561 others to bar. If you can remember her from December last year, she was the law graduate who insisted on wearing the hijab to be called to bar. Glad to see that she's been called to bar now. It says here, farmers, Mieti Allah meet in Ibadan, reach agreement. I wonder what they came to. Federal government summons truckers as congestion paralyzes Apapa Tinkan Port. ports. Then finally, coalition can't stop Buhari in 2019, say APC. That's what it says on the Nigerian Tribune.
The Nation is up next. APC, 20 others join forces to tackle anti-Buhari coalition. Balarabe Musa knocks PDP-led coalition. Moghalu, it lacks agenda. Ex-Ondo deputy governor's girl. I reported suspect to police, says dad. President, we're tackling killings. Reps in a 100 billion naira NNPC probe. The Third Mainland Bridge for repairs. You can find that on page 4. And Kwara police parade suspects. And finally, Buhari or Shomale Tinubu governors ministers seek vote for Fayemi. All on the cover of The Nation.
On the cover of this day newspaper, it says Saraki, Dogara, Tambuwal, Ortum, Ahmed, scores of legislators set to move to PDP. May defect before July 27th National Assembly recess. It also says here, Sokoto, Benue cabinets dissolved as prelude to realignment, and 6 other governors to remain in APC and play double game. It says the regulatory approval delays Teleology's final payment for 9 Mobile. Then also CBN, others, back removal of president's power on assets forfeiture. That's what it says on the cover of this day.
On the cover of the Daily Sun, the headline, Bloodbath in Taraba, Adamawa, 50 killed. Wow. The herdsmen strike again. Tambuwal to Buhari, we didn't vote for killings. Ekiti Guba, Buhari, others woo voters for Fayemi. Fayoshe boasts of massive support at PDP rally. Again, Obasanjo knocks Buhari, accuses federal government of using EFCC agencies to witch hunt opposition. Army unmasks new deadly Islamic group, Hakika. And the Senate heads for showdown with executive to debate constitution, human rights breaches. And finally, Third Mainland Bridge to be closed for repairs. You'll find that story on page 10, all on the cover of the Daily Sun.
On the New Telegraph, it says, I'm not losing sleep over party's coalition, says Buhari. Keyamo, it says MOU to unseat president, political fraud. APC, no gang up can stop Buhari. It also says here, hijab-wearing lady, 1,561 other candidates called to bar. El Zakzaki trial, police ban processions in Kaduna. It also says banks shut over police redeployment to Ekiti. That's in the 4 local government areas, of Ondo, North Senatorial District. Wow. Okay, that's what it says on the New Telegraph.
Up next is The Guardian, and the headline, PDP, APC hold counter rallies in Ekiti State. Buhari flays Fayoshe's stomach infrastructure. Residents defy stay-at-home order. Ondo banks shut over mass police deployment to Grand Rally. U.S. condemns Plateau attacks, warns on illicit arms ahead of 2019 polls. Says hate speeches may escalate violence. Federal government kicks against proliferation of nuclear materials in Nigeria. All on the cover of The Guardian.
On The Punch, we have Plateau massacre. Suspects must be tried in Jos, according to Gowon. Rejects military plan to move accused persons to Abuja. Imo lawmakers begin impeachment proceedings against deputy governor. Truck drivers strike causes congestion at Lagos ports. On the debt, federal government may cut power supply to Republic of Benin, Niger, and Togo. On 2019, more parties to join alliance soon, says Secondus. And finally, Buhari's supporters clash over souvenirs at the Abuja rally. That's what it says on the cover of The Punch.
Well, we took quite a number of papers this morning.
Yeah.
But that's about all that we can take for the newspapers. For now,
Yes,
probably
indeed.
come back later for more.
It's about time for us to see if we can get our muscles moving. Maybe we can work up a sweat. It's time for fitness.
Good morning. So it's another morning for fitness. I have here with me,
Kemen Fitness,
I am the Fit Lawyer.
and today we're going to be working with our resistant bands, talking about people that travel to Russia for the World Cup. This would have just been the perfect workout partner because with the bands, You don't even need to hit the gym. You just have to know what to do with your band, and you have a very good workout. So we're just going to show you some simple total body workout with the bands, starting from the light bands. Well, medium. Wrap them around your feet. This is for warm up. You know, usually you have to warm up before you stretch. So we try, you stretch the bands, and then we try to do static skips. So with your legs open, you're engaging your legs all through to your core. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Jumping jacks, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So you can go jump squats still for warm up before you go into stretches, because you need to always keep the body warm so you can stretch properly. So wrap the heavy. I can walk with this. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Make it nice and high.
8, 9.
Keep
5
it
more.
going.
4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so that's for warm up, and now it's time to stretch. So nothing gets lost when you have the band, because you can use it any which way. So we're gonna
So we
try
cut
to
this one to make it long.
we try to stretch the upper body, shoulders. Put it here. Raise, raise. You see, works on your total upper body, from your core, your shoulders, your rear delt, and all. 3, 2, 1, and then take it to the side. Put it. 3, 2, 1, go. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch, because what you did with one leg, you have to do with the other.
Make sure your core is tight throughout all the exercises.
Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, to the side now. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Still on stretches. One more time. Put your legs together. Take it to the side, and try to take it all up over your head to the side. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks really simple, but trust me.
I'm really warm right now.
I'm
I
warm.
want to take
I'm
off
warm
my
inside.
top.
3, 2, and 1. All right. Switch. Always switch. Always switch. 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2, 3.
Make sure you give yourself a
4,
lot of space.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Into the workout proper. So we start with shoulders, and a bit of back. All right.
I'm very, very warm, so I'm going to have to take off my top.
All right. Really quick, so I don't think we have a lot of time. So this is for shoulders and upper back. All right. Are you ready? Are you going to join me?
Yeah, I'll join you.
All right, so get into position, lower back, and lift. 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 So I'm going to stand this way so you can see me properly.
I'll stand forward.
Go. Yes. And this. All right, so this is just simple workout to keep your body warm, burn a bit of calorie while you're away from the gym and your comfortable workout space. So until next time, I remain Kemen Fitness.
Instagram to get more videos like this. I am the Fit Lawyer with a double R.
Kemen Fitness.
All right, thank you very much, Keme and Fit Lawyer, for that.
rigorous exercise routine. Why are you turning your face away? All right. So, well, everyone except me is pretty excited to have Beyonce back with us in the studio after a really long time.
And you'll be taking pictures in the back. Everyone, she'll just be like, oh, let's do Snapchat, let's do Instagram. I say, okay.
Okay, so yeah, Beyonce is here, whatever. So, what are we making, Beyonce?
Okay, so initially I wanted to make something else, but I forgot 2 ingredients at home, but no problem, we're going ahead. I'm making plantain cakes and spicy sausage sauce.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Like, I'm back.
Say that again.
Plantain cakes and spicy sausage sauce.
Okay.
So basically, what is going into the sausage sauce is pepper mix, tomatoes, habanero, onions. This has been blended up together, and sausage with a bit of seasoning cube. Finish.
That's for the spicy sausage.
Yeah. While the plantain cakes, we're going to boil the plantains.
Yeah.
When it's done, we're mashing it up with a bit of flour and butter.
Yeah.
Then we form it into cakes. Then a little bit of oil in the pan and just crisp the outer layer. Yeah. Very easy.
Sounds pretty exciting.
Very, very
Sounds
exciting.
like a akara mixture as well.
Well,
I'm sure yesterday.
I heard you
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I heard
no.
You made
yeah, I made it like
you made it confused.
Yeah, you know, everybody kind of got it wrong on the show yesterday. It wasn't last. I was just trying to reiterate the akara I made over the weekend.
Okay.
But that particular one actually was made the day before.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, we just put it in the oven to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
You know, for the show that yesterday, basically. But a lot of people just
So basically, oil in the pan and the mix goes into it.
So into that mixture, we have pepper, tomatoes, onions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into it. Yeah.
Okay.
So while this is cooking up, if you feel the need to add the curry and thyme, why not? Feel free, go ahead.
But are we adding that now?
No, I don't think I'd be needing that. So I'm just adding seasoning cubes, and when it's fried a little, we add the sausage. We cut the sausage into smaller pieces and we add it. So seasoning cubes goes into it now.
Notice there's no salt in this.
Well, seasoning cube have salt.
Okay, so yeah, that's no need.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also important to a lot of health experts are, asking that we reduce our level of salt.
Yes, we sure do need our salt level to go down a bit. So yeah, salt in the water salt is already in the water. Okay. We're going to boil this until it's soft.
Soft, okay.
Yeah. So when that is soft, like I said, the next thing we do is mash it up, add a bit of butter and flour. It's a look like a dough. It's very smooth and silky dough.
Oh, really?
Then we just crisp the top and the bottom. So it's more or less like, I want to eat fried plantains, but I want it boiled.
So you have fried on the outer layer and boiled inside.
Yes.
Ooh, that's like an interesting combination.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It is. So we just wait for this to come up to boil. This one boils and this one fries a little, and we add our sausages into it. And that is it. It's as simple as that.
Very simple.
Very, very simple.
And it's like, there's some weekends where you just want to lay in bed most of the mornings. You want to eat, you're so hungry, but you don't know how to get out of bed. And you just get out of bed and you just want to fix something quickly to eat and then go back to sleep.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
All right.
And you can look like a badass chef while making something this simple.
I mean, all right. Well, we'll go on a quick break. When we return, hopefully our tomatoes spicy sauce is ready. So stay tuned for more on Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, it's still Wake Up Nigeria, and we're in the garden and actually doing some gardening. Okay, not exactly gardening, farming more like. We have Seun back with us once again. She's from High Souls Farm Tours, and it's always a pleasure to see what she has prepared for us. Today, I know we're talking about lettuce, but I'm going to hand it over to her. So what are we showcasing today?
All right, good morning. I'll be teaching you two things. Remember our tomatoes? Yes. We planted this exactly 4 weeks ago, so I'll be teaching us how to transplant this. And then our lettuce, I'll be telling us how we can actually plant this lettuce from our kitchen. You know, you buy this lettuce outside and then you throw away this. You don't need to throw this away. We can actually plant it in pots and then get to harvest after about 5 to 6 weeks. Okay. And then we are good to go.
So can we start with the lettuce? Okay. I'm really interested in this.
All right.
Because I'm always wondering what to do with this last part
of the lettuce.
Yes.
Okay. Now for some people, you can actually keep this in water for like another 3 to 4 days. You keep changing the water and put it by your kitchen window where you can get sunlight or, you know, and stuff like that. And then after about 3 to 4 days, you plant in a pot. Now, I didn't prepare this. We actually need something like this. Okay. Something not too deep, not too shallow, you know. So, but because I didn't prepare this, I'll be using this. But ideally, this is what we should use for our lettuce. Okay. So I'll just dip it into the soil.
All right. Do you have to dig or do you have to do anything to the soil at all?
No, nothing. Remember, we are using our loamy soil.
Okay.
Remember? And then I'm planting the two right away.
So you just put the
roots into the soil.
Okay.
Not so deep. And then don't forget to water after planting.
So that people can see just a little better. Could you show us how you, okay, I'm going to take this one back out again. All right, so please show us how you
just dig.
So you're just using your fingers to dig, nothing
yes,
special?
Nothing special. There's nothing special. I have my gloves. I can work without my gloves as well.
Okay. All right. So I've noted that you just covered the roots with the soil.
With the soil.
Not much else. Okay. All right.
So I have, and then I have my water. I need water.
Okay. So the water you're putting in is just ordinary water.
It's ordinary
nothing.
water. It's ordinary water. Nothing special.
All right.
And then I need to keep this under the sun. It needs at least 6 to 7 hours of sun.
Wow.
Daily, yes.
Okay.
So make sure you keep it.
So this is for the back garden, not for in my kitchen. I can't, you know, keep this bowl
in your kitchen. Yes, but there is actually another method of growing this in your kitchen without soil.
Oh, how?
You just put it in a cup like this inside water, and you can and it will grow.
It will grow.
It will grow.
Wow. I'm thinking about all the nutrients and things that go into the lettuce from the soil. If you plant it in a cup with just water.
Okay, that method is actually another type of farming that we call hydroponics.
Okay, all right, okay, no problem. So this now will start, what's the word? It's already germinated. Okay, germinated.
We just transplanted, you know, we don't want to waste this. I'm always saying there's nothing actually, there is no waste as such, is what we call it. So I don't want to waste this, and I decided to replant.
Okay.
So give it another 4 to 5 weeks, I should be able to harvest my lettuce from this.
A brand new, fresh lettuce.
Yes.
4 to 5 weeks.
Yes.
So we will be watching out for this.
All right.
So in 4 to 5 weeks, we're going to come back and see
and
how
then
our
harvest
lettuce
and I'll teach us how to harvest it.
All right. Thank you so much. So let's move along then. So what's this?
Okay, we planted this 4 weeks ago, remember? The first show we had, tomatoes.
Tomatoes. So this is a tomato plant right now.
So we're going to transplant it. I'll just teach the viewers at home how to transplant.
All right.
All right.
So should I hold on to this?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're lifting.
Yes. I'm just going to. I don't want the roots.
Yeah. To
just
be damaged.
pop. Yes. Just pop it up.
Okay.
And then try and separate.
So you're separating the soil.
I'm separating the tomatoes. I have 2 plants in here.
Okay.
So I want to separate. No, I have 3.
You have 3?
Yes. I have 3.
So you're just removing the soil from the roots?
From the roots. And then I'll plant separately. So I have 3. You can see the roots. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, fantastic. So let me hold on to these 2.
Thank you.
All right.
So I'll just dig a little bit and then cover with soil.
Okay. Another one?
Another one. Remember to space it.
Okay. Why is it important to space it?
So that it doesn't crowd, you don't overcrowd it while it's start germinating.
Okay, so right now we have 3 plants, and I can see that you've put them right far away from each other,
yes.
towards the edge of the pot.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to stake at some point.
Stake?
Yes. By the time it starts growing, I'll bring it back, and then I'll bring like long wood or something, so that by the time it begins to grow, it can crawl on it.
Okay, so we're talking about like a broomstick.
No,
something thicker?
Something thicker. I can get a branch from a mango tree or wood from anywhere. You just put it in.
All right, and so you just stick the
I just stick it in so that it can crawl around it.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so the water that you put in here, I noticed for the lettuce you put it in the soil. You didn't put it on the lettuce.
No.
So is that the same for this?
I'm going to do the same for this.
Okay.
Normally, at times you can wet the soil before planting.
Okay.
And then you wet again after planting. Okay. So we wet twice a day, in the morning, early in the morning, and late in the evening, about 6 p.m., 7 p.m.
Twice a day?
Twice a day. And then you leave your tomato plants where it can get about 6 to 7 hours of sun.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So in 6, how many weeks you said? 6 weeks?
This is 1 month. In another 2 months, I should be harvesting my tomatoes.
Wow. So total germination period is
3 months.
3 months for tomatoes, and for lettuce?
About 45 to 55 days. That's 6 weeks.
Amazing. And I can do this right there in my garden, or even on my balcony, from the way this looks.
Yes.
All right then. Thank you so much once again, Seun, for coming to showcase and teach us how to, you know, get our own little mini farm going at home. We're heading to the kitchen. Soon enough, we'll have enough tomato to send to our chefs, hopefully.
Yes.
Over to you guys.
I hope so.
All right, welcome back. Thank you very much, Titi, for that one. It's important for us to learn how to, you know, plant some of this, you know, food items in our houses, at our backyards or something. Beyonce, you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. It's important that you pay attention to what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
know you men do not have the capability or capacity to multitask, but you got to try.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, okay, well, let's talk about what we're making. What are we making, Beyonce?
I'm coming.
Okay, so whilst Beyonce is trying to sort out the plantain, we're actually making plantain cakes and spicy sausages. Is something else I'm missing?
Yes.
Well,
everything. So right now...
No, we need to remind our viewers what we're making.
Okay, so we're making plantain cakes and spicy sausage sauce.
That was what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you bundled it, like you made a mess of the...
Okay, so with the ingredients, we're actually working with plantain, of course, which is the key ingredient for the plantain cake, flour, butter, and for the spicy sausage sauce, we're actually making use of tomatoes, onions, pepper, which was, of course, blended up earlier on, and sausages. And, of course, your seasoning cube, which is key ingredient for that as well.
Yeah.
So where are we with our plantain cakes?
Yeah, we're at the stage of mashing it. Like, I added butter to it, and we're already mashing it.
This is actually the same process of making
mashed potatoes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you don't add flour to mashed potatoes, do?
Oh, yes, you don't.
No.
True. Yeah. You don't actually add
So, at this stage, you just add a pinch of flour just to make it smooth and give it that doughy feel.
Okay. So yeah, you want to talk about our spicy...
So our sauce, you know, from your mix, your pepper mix of onions, tomato, and habanero, you just cook it down, add your sausages, and it's almost ready.
Yeah, I tested it earlier and it actually tastes really good, guys. I'm not psyching you, it actually tastes really good.
Yeah. So right now, we keep on mashing. Till we get you see, it's almost like a dough. It's almost there.
So you have to keep putting in your flour.
Yes, we just want it to, just a little bit of it.
Okay.
We don't want it to look too hard. Too much of flour will harden it up.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so once you're done mashing it, all you need to do is form cakes out of it.
Okay. So I want to see how you, do you need anything? Do you need to get anything for you?
No, not exactly.
I just want to see, I'm sure everyone is curious to see how you're going to, you know, mold that up. I'm actually very curious. Yeah.
It's really easy. Just normal way you mold anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this should be ready.
Okay. So what we are looking for here is a smooth consistency.
Yes, yes. You can see it comes off deep. Yes.
It actually looks like swallow. Yeah, but I hear unripe plantains, you could make swallow out of unripe plantains. They're quite healthy.
Yeah, well, yes, you can.
Me also looking, I'm like, yes, you can. Oh, yeah, of course you can. Yes, you can.
So
for those who are going for a healthy option. Okay. So what's next?
Yeah. Just
so what's
a little flour,
okay.
Mans.
All right. Okay.
And
so we're not exactly sprinkling any sort of flour on it again.
No,
just,
no. Just flour your hands and yeah, you have your plantain cake.
Oh, great. Okay, so I'm just going to clear this up so that our camera can pick this, because it's important for people to see what exactly this looks like.
Yeah.
Oh. So is it, can you also put this in the oven, like grill in the oven? Can you do that?
You can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Just you know, just give it another.
Yes, you can. You should be able to. The outside will just be crispy a little.
Okay. So we're just going to fry this?
Yes, we're just going to fry this.
And that's it?
Yes.
All right. So we're going on a quick break. When we return, our relationship counselor is in the studio. Stay with us. You don't want to miss this.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, and we have a very interesting topic coming your way right now. Now we have Sandra in the studio, Sandra Odufadering. Now she's here with us to talk to couples, specifically couples, about sustaining their sexual activity. So it's one of those topics that we don't really bring up all the time, but it has been a recurring topic that people have been asking to talk about. Thank you so much, Sandra, for coming to the studio. She's a relationship coach.
Thank you very much.
All right. So I'm not even sure if I know where to begin with this particular topic because it's so wide, it's so broad.
Yeah.
But maybe we should give a breakdown of what this relationship actually is.
Okay. When we're talking about sexual relationship, intimacy, or intercourse, however we view it, it's very important in marriage because God created it not for young ones, He created it for marriage. The purpose of intercourse and marriage is for a good relationship between a husband and a wife. Apart from being, having children, it's a good relationship. When it's missing in marriage, a whole lot is missing. Okay. The marriage is gone. An intercourse-free life is a dead marriage. Forget it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that there are probably quite a lot of people who are married right now, but probably don't have intercourse or sexual relations very regularly. Why is it that it's necessary to sustain it?
Well, actually, we miss it. Most men miss it after the wedding day, after the altar. The fee, I already have her. She should now be chasing me. But a woman was created to be chased. Now, there's something I call the fellowship, okay? There's something I call the fellowship. For those of us that are Christians, when you go to church, before you do the preaching, you have to do praise and worship and all that. I call it the fellowship. Now, you're going to have something, intercourse with your wife, this evening, and in 2 days, you've not even told her she's pretty. You've not even called her. Sometimes it's good to even send a text message in the morning. Oh, sweetheart, I'm at work. I'm just thinking about how you did it 2 nights ago. Wow. Can we have another one tonight? You don't compliment this woman. She's completely out of love. She's no more emotionally attached to you. And you feel you just want to jump on her at night. Come on, we are human beings. They usually say women are moved by what they hear, and men are moved by what they see. So you need to continue. You need to preach it that she's pretty. You need to tell her she's sexy. You need to continue to tell her what you love about her. She's not a superwoman. She might pretend to enjoy it, but she's not giving you the best. And then in a situation where sometimes we have some men, they ejaculate so fast. Sometimes it's as a result of, I know of a man that have not done it in all his life. Okay. The first time he got married, it was a problem because he wasn't,
he wasn't prepared.
He was prepared, but he wasn't experienced. So he wasn't making his wife, get to that level. Yeah. You're having intercourse with your wife. You're not asking her, baby, are you enjoying it? You're not talking. Wow. You're not asking her, baby,
so, right, I have to stop you there now, okay. Because there is a mental connection between both the husband and the wife from the beginning. Now, this mental connection throughout courtship, if courtship was without sexual relations, because we're trying to be real here, exactly. That bond is said to, it's already there. The love is there. Love is actually existing without this intercourse, right? Yeah. So what is it that makes someone, in essence, maybe stop feeling that emotional connection? Okay. For instance, maybe after having children.
Sometimes, after some women, their libido drop after having children. Okay. In that case, you need to see a therapist. Okay. You need to discuss it with your spouse. Communication in marriage is very important. There's nothing you shouldn't discuss with your spouse. Maybe you need to add up some spices to your relationship. You need to go out of your home. It's not every time you do it in the room. Okay. Sometimes you come to the sitting room. My children have their bedtime, which is 8 o'clock. Okay. I didn't want it, but my husband insisted. Okay. 8 o'clock, my kids know they are in their room. So when my husband comes from work, from 8 o'clock, we are together. So anything can happen.
I like the way you put that. I like the way you put that. Okay, so I want to take it back to the issue of libido and getting back into the game. Yeah. So after kids, there is definitely a fallow period. Just to be honest, there are a lot of different types of childbirth. Some do natural birth, some have surgery, some have some serious mental trauma, remembering giving birth. And that definitely does affect women and even the men during that time, because they probably saw the baby come out. Yeah. They were right there, and that affects their mindset. So you said something about therapy. Yeah. But the therapy, does it work for both sides?
Yes, it does. Now, part of the process of therapy, because I recommended 1 or 2 people, is you and your husband coming together, being talked to and all that. One of the process they recommend is love. Okay. Be in touch. Okay. And then sometimes stay out of your home. Probably go to an hotel environment. Okay. I know when I'm in an hotel environment with my husband, I perform more. Okay. Than when we're at home. When you're home, there are other things like children coming to knock at the door, mommy, and all that. Yeah, but when you are alone from Friday, maybe weekend, because we're busy, to Sunday, there's this connection again. Sometimes you don't even know your husband can perform 3 times at a go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you're alone,
you realize that there are less distractions.
I always recommend this. Go out of your home and have a time together. Probably once in 3 months. It's very important.
Okay, I'm going to say this from a perspective I've heard from some women, that maybe the men are no longer attracted to their wives. Maybe their wives' bodies have changed. Maybe the women don't even feel like they're on top of their game. How do women get back on top
That's because these men, they don't know what they're actually doing. I remember when I was going to get married, my sister asked my husband, the way she's sexy now, after 3 children, she won't be like that. And my husband said, the picture will always remain the same.
Okay.
The body might change, but that first picture will always remain the same. Okay. If you love a woman, you know what you're going into. She had this baby because of you. I hear of men saying because of stretch mark. She cannot kill herself. I already have 3 children. Before I gave birth, I was sexier than this. But I try to keep fit. I try everything. But if she's trying, encourage her to do. And you, the man, we have men of pot belly.
Okay.
I know of a classmate who I saw recently. Oh my God, I was wondering. He has changed. He's looking old and fat, like, you know. He still have a wife that still appreciates him. So you have changed. She has changed. We need to have that mentality. She is your wife. You don't have anywhere you're going to. That side chick you're running after, give her another 5 years. She will give birth. Are you going to be running after women? Why don't you appreciate the one you have? And then see how you can brush her up and make your sex life very sweet.
Okay.
It's sweet in marriage, trust me.
I have to say, we have fitness trainers coming in every single day who, talk about.
And then, sorry, let me go back to that former topic.
Okay.
We women as well, when you exercise a lot, your hormones. Yeah. When I'm exercising, for like 2 months I've not exercised because I've been so busy in the mornings. But when I'm exercising, my sex libido comes up. You see that you want to, because the hormones, the exercise, so if you're having that issue, I recommend you exercise because it actually works for me.
I'm going to try and take the men's side now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm obviously not a man. Okay. But there have been some men that say, it's just not the same for them. You've mentioned therapy before. You've mentioned that maybe it seems like they don't know what they're doing. But could there be something more?
Well, fine. As a woman, you know what your husband likes in you. I know what my husband likes in me, and I know how to turn my husband on. Okay. Now, I know if I put on a bomb short and I wear a spaghetti top and bring out the breast, I am my husband's prostitute. That's
wow. Yes. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Okay, so what you're saying is you package yourself.
Package yourself as a woman. Him. Yeah. If my husband is driving into the house and I'm a rapper, you see me running, my children will be saying, Mommy, what is it? I need to look good for my husband. You know why? He walks on the island with beautiful chicks. Now, he has seen pretty girls all day and he's coming home to meet me on rapper?
No.
No.
Okay.
As a woman, you should do stuff that you're fine. You have given birth, your tummy is out and all that. Yeah. But there are some ways we married women, we do packaging.
Yes, so.
There are some ways, Saturday to Sunday, that my husband is at home, that house is on fire, trust me.
All right, okay. Now, I know that there's still so much more we can talk about when it comes to this, but I want to take it to social media. You know, what do you think about this particular issue? Making sure you're sustaining your sex life in marriage. Please put out your comments, contributions, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria, and we'll probably talk about them very, very soon. It's been great having you in the studio. We'll be welcoming you back soon enough.
No problem at all.
All right, thank you so much. Now it's time to move on with the show. After this timeout, we'll be back. Hello again. Yes, we're back. The one show where the fun just never ends. We're here every day. Yo, we're here
and to all the women in rappers this morning.
Really?
I hope you got some good instructions from Sandra earlier on.
That is
My name
just
is
wrong.
Yomi Owokwe.
That is just wrong, Yomi Owokwe.
What did I say? I didn't say anything.
Dear me. This is a topic for another time.
I just reiterated what you guys were talking about.
Ladies, don't worry, I got your back. I'll sort this out later. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. We're live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. Look us up at TVC Connect. The hashtag WakeUpNigeria is very, very important.
Yeah, we have our daily servings of all the excitement from the World Cup in Russia coming up for our football enthusiasts. Yes, that's indeed. Everybody nowadays. Yeah. And of course, that's courtesy of Power Oil.
All right, then finally, because today is World Population Day, with the theme Family Planning is a Human Right. We'll have Barrister Abimbola Salu Hudain, the Honorable Federal Commissioner of the National Population Commission, Lagos.
All right.
Yes, we'll be looking
We'll
forward
also be looking forward to your comments on social media and your suggestions and participation on the show.
Yes.
You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
And we have goodies to give away.
Yeah, we're giving out stuff on the show.
Courtesy
we try to
Power
extend it a bit. So his first few recipes, in case you don't remember,
Yeah.
the first one, exactly, the first few. Just mention that and we'll
All
pick.
right, no problem.
Okay, so something we wanted to mention, a girl.
Yes, there's a young girl who's missing. She's been missing since Sunday after church service. Her name is Ello Ogidi.
Okay.
And she's been missing, and the parents are, of course, understandably very distraught.
Yeah, we'll see her picture now, and then there's a number
I hope the
there.
picture can be put up.
Yeah.
There's also a phone number that
you can.
How old is
you
she?
can call. She's 3 years old.
3 years old.
Wow.
And okay, so that's a photograph there. Her name is Ello Ogidi.
Yeah.
She's been missing. If anyone has any information about her, that's the phone number to call.
Yes.
It's
on the screen there.
It's on the screen there. You can call that phone number. Let us know. Let them know that if you have any information at all about her.
So it was Sunday after service, so it's been like
Sorry,
2-3 days.
This is day 4 of her being missing. 3-year-old girl. She must be terrified, not being able to find her parents.
I know.
That's a parent's worst nightmare, right?
Yeah,
there.
you know, yesterday I know we don't want to, conclude the show on a sad note, but yesterday I saw a comment on social media that got me very sad. So there's this couple, they've been, searching, they've been looking for a child for like 19 years. And then suddenly the woman, she gets pregnant with twins, and doctors advised, because she's quite 44 years old, she should not, doctors advised that she shouldn't have a natural birth.
Okay.
She should go have CS, because, she at that age is pretty critical, it's pretty delicate. Let me use the word delicate, not critical, delicate. And she refused. She insisted she wanted to have a natural birth, and she died after childbirth, including the babies. So it's pretty sad. I know how much I know the kind of pressure I was under not to have CS as much as I wanted to, because I didn't want to relieve that pain. You understand? But I think the pressure on women not to go through CS if it is important, if you have to.
If your doctor is giving you
advice on
just go ahead and
do it.
Especially in pregnancy.
Yeah, especially in pregnancy.
If you trust that doctor, you've been with that doctor throughout the antenatal period, that doctor has given you some advice, really take it very seriously.
Yeah.
A doctor's first call is to save a life.
Yeah.
I think it's about time to go for the news now. And
yes, indeed. It's that time for us.
Sarah's on standby.
Sarah's on standby for us.
Welcome to the news update. It's a tough time to live in parts of Nigeria's middle belt, with attacks by suspected herdsmen continuing. Add to that the Adamawa state government's alarm over a looming food crisis. The government says the impending famine is the consequence of constant attacks on agricultural communities. Commissioner for Information Ahmad Zayo says the state is very concerned about mass evacuation of people from their homelands due to fear of more attacks. It condemns last Sunday's attack on communities in Numan and Dempsey local governments, and says the government is working with security agencies to restore the peace. President Muhammad Buhari has called on the people of Ekiti State to vote for John Kayode Fayemi of the APC in order to experience an all-round development. President Buhari led other stalwarts to Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, at the party's mega rally ahead of the July the 14th governorship poll. Oil workers in Nigeria have suspended the ultimatum issued to the government 3 weeks ago over a pending industrial dispute. The National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, however, called for a summit to entrench industrial harmony. At a news briefing in Abuja, its leadership says the intervention of key officials, including Labour and Productivity Minister Chris Ngige, led to the realization of some of the workers' concerns. President National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, Williams Akporea, says the 89 members sacked in OES Deep Sea in Port Harcourt have been reinstated among other demands met, but the union warns of an imminent industrial strike in Akwa Ibom State. And that's the news at this hour. Let's have a look at the weather report.
Well, it's time for the sports update, particularly with a focus on the World Cup 2018 update in Russia, and that will be after this.
Oil, healthy for you.
Okay, Mr. Kano is right here.
So that's
with
it.
all the updates. So finally, the match.
Yeah, yesterday. So I took one over you yesterday. Let's just review yesterday and then quick preview of today's match. So it was France, Belgium. And it was quite a very interesting match. Fireworks, like we said.
Fireworks.
But not so, there were not so many goals. Just one goal.
Just one goal.
And, you know, we also mentioned that because it's a semi-final, teams will be careful.
Yeah.
As much as they will go out to play. But they will be careful. And Belgium really gave a good impression of themselves. Like, they went out there. France were on the back foot for a very long time during the match.
They were. I mean, a lot of people are saying that, you know, the match looked like a final. Like what you would see in a standard final.
I feel those are the two best teams. Like you can see from the highlights here, this was the goal. Samuel Umtiti, of course, the Barcelona player who just signed a new 5-year deal with Barcelona, scoring that goal, and that was the only goal.
Yeah.
Now, you know something quite interesting about this French team. Olivier Giroud, who attacks for them. This is an attacker who has not had a shot on target in 6 matches.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still playing, but I don't know. He's kind of beneficial to the team, but he has not had a shot on target.
I think he, you know, it's one of those guys that you just like to have around. You know,
so like this guy now, like Fellaini. I don't know. He just signed a new 2-year deal with Manchester United, and you're wondering, and in fact, I'm wondering, how is this guy getting a new deal? What does he do in a team? But then Roberto Martinez, the coach of Belgium, said something. He said he's a fighter. Yeah. I like him because he knows what he takes my instructions, and that's the same thing Mourinho says. He plays to instructions. He's a fighter. He's someone you need in the team. He's a winner also.
Exactly. So, because there are certain people that you just have around that just boost your morale. Just because they're around.
Just because they're around.
Sometimes it's not, and that's the meaning of a team actually, because you know there are certain people who are just there.
Who are there, exactly. So
everybody else.
So Emmanuel Macron was there. Of course, it's one of the reasons why we love France. You see the way he jumped up and he was taking handshakes with the FIFA president and all of that. So good one for them. They are in the finals for the third time. For the third time now, they lost 2006. They won 98, and I would tip them to go up and win against whoever they meet, England, Croatia today.
Yeah,
Let's get to that one.
Being in the finals, I don't know if we have footage, but we saw, last night I saw everybody coming out in the Champs-Elysees in France.
In France, yeah.
The whole street.
The whole street. No, we don't have that particular footage here. But then, yes.
It was amazing. It was huge crowds in the streets of Paris.
It was. I mean, you should support France. I mean, they beat Argentina for us. They were like, senior brother. I don't know if you saw that meme.
I saw it.
Nigeria went, France, Argentina beat me. Say, hey, okay, hold my beer.
I saw it.
And they did it for us. And then even Macron, when he was at the shrine, he actually said Nigeria should do what they can to support France. So cool, cool. The 6th African team.
In the finals there.
In the finals. So they are winning for Africa. Great one. All right, so England, Croatia today. Now, this is quite a big one. Now, the English press, they go all about football is coming home.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so...
finally.
Finally. England is not the home of football. People should be... It's China. Let's not go into that. It's a long history. But yeah, the home of modern football would have to be England and all of that. But then they're going up against Croatia. Now, the thing about this match is that Croatia played, they've played 2 matches back-to-back. They've played extra time.
Yeah.
There's a fear that they might be tired.
Yeah, and that it could be a big challenge because, I mean, and this is just a few days after their last match.
Yeah, after yeah.
With Russia. But
Russia.
Hopefully, I mean, I still feel that they're going to come out with their A game.
With the A game.
This is a more experienced side than the English side, which is younger.
Which is younger, exactly.
Although, so there are pluses and minuses. For the English side, they're just going to go out there and just do their best.
Do their best,
Yeah,
exactly.
for the Croatian side, I know they're going to be a bit more careful.
Now, England have a record of winning in 15 out of their last 16 matches. Very impressive record. It's almost the same like Uruguay. Uruguay, of course, had not considered a goal this whole year up until the World Cup, and then when they considered, they went out. Okay, but then with that record coming into the something now, we would say there's no pressure as such. Because on a normal day, previous teams that had the Scholes, the Beckhams, the Ferdinands, the Campbells, there was more pressure on them to deliver, you know, like they had come. But then this team is quite young. There's not so much pressure. Of course, there's a talk of football is coming home, but they're just playing what they want to do, and that might make them dangerous as much as that might make them dangerous.
Because you know, one of the things that you said on Monday was the fact that the English team, they're almost not coordinated. They look like they're not.
Yeah.
And what you just have is just a bunch of young guys.
I'm telling you,
just hitting the ball to the net and
like
just
you
trying
can
to
see,
see how they can get the balls in.
it was Croatia training for. I would have that clip of Croatia training for the match. Of course, now something quite interesting happened in the Croatian camp. The assistant coach was fired by the FA for making comments and for making comments that instigated violence of some sort. He was already fined by FIFA because FIFA had already put a clamp down, and people should be careful the kind of comments they make during the World Cup.
That's
Comments that could be controversial, comments that could inflammatory comments, which he made, and he was fined £15,000, I think, by FIFA. But then that was not enough. But the Croatian FA said, "Look, let us dispense with him." A former player.
Couldn't he have waited till after the World Cup? Or at least after today's crucial match.
I think they're trying to make a statement that it's zero tolerance. Now before every match during the World Cup, you see players coming up to speak against racism.
Oh yeah,
on the big screens. So there's a zero tolerance, and I must say, I'll hold this till the end of the World Cup. Russia has done an excellent job. I can't remember any World Cup in recent history that has gone so far without any major incident. It's been clean.
It's beautiful.
It's shocking that this is Russia.
Everything has been excellent from start to finish.
I mean, excellent. Great one. So I don't know whether it's a Putin factor and all of that, but then I'll leave that until after the finals, and then I'll give all my full kudos to Russia. All right, but then
so
let's prediction.
Just prediction. I'm giving it to Croatia.
Croatia.
Even though they're retired, but I'm still giving it to Croatia. 1-0.
All right, 1-0. I'll give it to Croatia also 2-0. All right, that's all we can take on Russia 2018 updates. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a break now and we will be back. All right, okay, so welcome back, and it's Wake Up Nigeria. Of course, we are taking a look at your comments on social media. It's been quite a while. So what did we say we're giving out this time?
So yeah, a bunch of things.
Yes.
The only thing I remember is a carton of power oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember the chopping board.
Okay, so there are chopping boards as well.
Because I like chopping boards.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I already have them. I'll get this across now. There's quite a freeze here, but I hope you've already put out your comments there. What we're giving out, like you said, oil, chopping board,
apron,
kitchen stuff, apron, and all of that.
Apron, yeah.
So stuff to do with the kitchen.
Yeah. So, so can we give 3? Wait, I'm seeing plenty things here. There's plenty things I'm seeing here. Okay, so this is at Leo Barnes. Leo Barnes, 10 minutes ago. I'll still go down. But Leo Barnes says yam balls and smoky egg sauce. Ingredients: yam, flour, breadcrumbs, egg, sausage, smoked fish, tomatoes, habanero. I know Beyonce likes that word, habanero. I used to hear habanero plenty. Habanero. Okay, yeah, but okay, so but yeah, yam balls and smoky egg sauce. Beyonce, MM, what's up?
I think I made that later on the show.
Really?
The yam bowls came like later on. No,
Hey.
no, it's not part of the.
So we're talking
earlier
about
ones.
like July last year.
So if you're
that's
scrolling on Twitter, you have to go way back.
But is there
a way to have?
I think it's actually easy. Just Google first episode and tada, you have it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
true.
I think
Actually,
I
if you
feel
check it
so.
out on
You
YouTube,
think?
you probably find
that should
it.
be easier.
So
You'll
yeah,
probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
yeah.
someone should do that. Someone should they should get that across very sharply. Yeah.
Yes.
But let me also like, when do you think this came up? How many months in or something?
Yam bowls came about 3 months in.
3 months in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's still continue to see if we'll see anyone that's the latest. Okay, but just give us a hint, because this is Beyonce. Just give us a hint.
Okay.
Of
what I made.
The first
Yeah.
meal.
A hint.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. I remember Oma Wumi was on the show.
Wow.
All right.
Omawumi.
I remember that
Yes.
show.
See, both of them, they just remembering now.
Yes. No, we were actually really like, oh my goodness.
They just
who was it?
remembering now. So, who else was on the show? Yeah,
Okay.
both of you. Just who else was on the show that
Come
day?
on now.
Who
Really?
else? Who
We
else
were
was
do
on
on
the
this
show.
every day.
We
We
were on
were
the show.
there.
Beyonce was on the show.
But Mike, you know you were not on the show.
I was just behind the set. I was just behind the set.
You were behind the
That's nearly 300
But
episodes
I
ago.
know that he did one multicolored crepe like that. It was red, blue, and orange crepe.
Kemen was on the show that day.
Kemen was on the show that day.
And it was here today. This 1 year episode.
Wow, I have a fantastic
this is getting
memory.
very,
Yeah,
very.
you do
actually.
Really, really.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We're still trying. Okay, now this is 19 hours. That's quite long. So Miyose, what's the clue you gave?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the clue you gave?
Yeah. It's a meal made from potatoes and eggs.
Meal
Yeah.
made from potatoes.
Okay, this is Leo Barnes. Leo Barnes, it was given us. We said the meal. We didn't say the ingredients now.
So
What was
What's
giving us the
the
ingredients?
pasture?
bread patty. Is that what he
Like
said?
flour, milk, sugar, minced beef, eggs, onion, and garlic
I
flavor.
mean, the guy knows what he's doing, man.
Salt, black pepper,
Okay.
cheddar cheese, breadcrumbs,
Burger
patty.
Did we ever do?
That's a long list.
Did we ever
For
do
what
that?
exactly?
Does it look like
Exactly.
one?
He's done
No,
something
I
like
think this should be. No. If cheddar cheese is there, it's out of place because if it can no. It can only be pancakes. It can only be pancakes and pancake burger.
Pancake burger.
Yeah.
Okay, this one.
Yes, this
Exactly.
is pancake burger.
So was it
It was
amongst the
one of
early
the-
things?
It was
It
one of
was.
the early
It
ones.
was, eh?
Yes,
And
it
because
was.
sometimes I've seen Burger Party. Does this look like SpongeBob SquarePants? Krabby Patty or something? I've seen
Really? A burger patty, you use the minced beef to make the burger patty.
Okay, but,
Yeah.
So-
that Krabby Patty. Okay, it's a patty is actually a normal food
Mike
like they make,
says
right?
Krabby
No,
Patty.
patty
What
is
does
when you
SpongeBob
mold the
SquarePants
minced beef into a round shape and press it. That is the patty.
That is the patty.
Yes.
You give this man a box already.
Yes,
Okay,
give
so
him a box
hey,
of-
Leo Barnes
Leo
at Leo
Barnes.
Barnes. Yeah, you get a box of goodies of
Yeah.
power oil, which will consist of oil, a chopping board. I need a chopping board. I need to take one. Chopping
Really?
board.
What are you chopping?
Apron.
What are you chopping, Mike?
I
Do you
did I
even
tell you
cook?
about my egg sauce?
Are you kidding?
Leo Bands wins
Take
something.
that egg sauce.
Which egg sauce? Me.
The egg sauce I made. You will just
Since last week.
But I'm still wondering what the chopping board is doing with the egg sauce. No, be
no
sauce.
chopping board now. You go the
go with
pepper, onions. Don't you chop on chopping
You don't
board?
get blender.
No. You want to feel the onions. I don't know. I'm someone that I like
Yeah.
eating the onions. I
No,
don't
certainly,
like blending
certainly.
it. But you know, growing up, I didn't like onions. I'll pick onions from food.
Are you
But then,
serious?
Well,
once
now that
I-
you're older.
yeah, now I mean onions. We like to see that maybe fresh tomatoes. You don't want to blend everything. You want to see, you know.
Beyonce, Mike is trying to take your job. Please.
Beyonce has gone far now. Is it
Do we have
today?
any other?
Yeah, I think
Any other early
I think we
shows
do. Apart from smiling.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Please, this is Ade Julius Remy Lekun says, please hope we are going to see Benga Gbile, the vocal coach today. Today's not Thursday now.
I missed
Thursday,
it
you
last
know.
week. Help
You
my
missed it last week.
ministry.
Help my ministry.
I love the training.
You want to use us as start ministry, Abby? Want to use us as start ministry?
Zesty.
Wow.
At
When-
Zesty Raj.
When you make money from that ministry, you have to come and pay your tithes. Remember, don't joke with us. Okay, but I think that's about it.
Okay, so I
Right.
think it's at this point Beyonce tells us what his first meal was, since nobody got the answer.
I'm giving to Leo Barnes now. Okay, Beyonce, what's your first meal? Beyonce, tell us.
Okay.
Beyonce, tell us.
I think.
Wait, drum roll.
Beyonce, before you go, wait.
Hey,
Beyonce,
Mike,
wait.
I'm drumming, I'm
Beyonce,
beating
wait
the
now.
drum.
Beyonce, wait.
Yeah.
At
At C60 says creamy means noodles prepared by chef
Beyonce.
Amosu.
Yes.
No. On December 18th.
December 18th.
No, that's like we have gone like 6 months already. 6 months now. This was already far now. This is at Ima IK 434 says
this one copied and pasted.
Flour, milk, sugar, mint, beef.
What you copied and pasted?
So you using Control C for us. You look at us. You look at your meat, me, MM. I'm yours. I use Control C, Control V. In fact, you're the one that will give us gifts.
She send the address.
Wow. You do copy and paste now.
Wow.
Ima IK. Even the Andrew says 438. You're the one that will give us gift for this thing that you just did now.
All right. Copy and paste. 3 minutes ago. Very interesting, Ima.
Very interesting. Just after we announced
Leo Bands.
Yes.
Okay, so Mionti, you want to tell us? You want to tell us the first meal?
Yeah, I remember the camera didn't actually capture it, but it was a disaster.
That was in the beginning now, when we just started.
We're just starting out.
We're trying to figure things out, Beyonce. Why?
Beyonce has a very good photographic memory. Like, it's amazing how you don't forget things. You're so crude.
Okay, so what was the meal?
Yeah, I made potato rusty with chicken stir fry and sunny side up.
Potato rusty! Remember that meal? Potato rusty!
Remember now.
I think I can literally remember almost all the meals here. Once I see
remember that
a clue, I can tell what happened that
we rehearsed it several times.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Saturday, on Sunday.
And
we
did the same potato rusty.
So he had just continued saying potato rusty until,
in the script.
Now, you put no remember. Now, yeah.
Do you know how many episodes we've done? It's almost 300 episodes.
There's something about the first.
Really?
That debut, you don't forget it. You
and
don't
I think
forget
the
it.
potatoes were not
Now I'm very sure you will not forget it.
Never.
All right. Okay.
rusty.
So, but something,
Potato
Yomi, let's see. We didn't mention this, but somebody gave a prediction. Now, if you get this prediction right, I will give you 3 tickets to go and watch a movie. 3. If you get this prediction right, because it's 3 goals you put inside. He said England 2, Croatia 1.
Wow.
We put England. I thought it was Croatia. No, I'm not giving you ticket.
No,
but what now?
I actually feel it's going to be England and France
will give you ticket.
final. No, I actually think it's going to be, a battle for the English Channel.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, but yeah, that's about it. So, Leo Bands, you are going to get a package from Power Oil, which would consist of oil, chopping board, apron, maybe 1 or 2 other things inside there, some accessories and all of that. But then thank you very much for your comments. So we'll return. We'll keep up with our social media. We're also giving tickets. Get set for our 1-year anniversary. There's a whole lot we have in store for you. Okay, so that's all we can take on social media now. But then that relationship discussion we had earlier is about to take another turn with Yomi and Titi just after this break.
Welcome back. Now, Titi earlier on had a great discussion about sexual sustainability, and while we're talking about having good sexual life, especially in a marriage situation, we can't forget family planning. Now, today we're talking about the World Population Day.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that
so the theme for
very
World
relevant. Yeah.
Population Day is family planning is a human right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take that again. Family planning is a human right. That's the theme for World Population Day. So we've invited Sandra Odufaderi to come back and talk to us about how this might affect people's mindset when it comes to bedroom activities.
Yeah, we talked earlier on, I mean, you guys were talking about some things that are very relevant, especially in our day and age, and also in the kind of, because of the kind of tradition and the country that we live in. One of the things that I know is very, very key in having a very cohesive and a strong marriage is the fact that, sex is a major role that it plays. But people are also scared that too much sex will lead to too many children. You understand? That's one of the things that people are scared about. And so what's your own take on family planning and
family
the things that
planning
should be
is
done?
advised and encouraged on every married woman to enhance your sexual performance. Because for a woman that is not on family planning, that means she's going to be having the babies every year, and which we know is not healthy as a woman. You need to give a space, I think for the CS, a space of 2-3 years, and for the normal delivery, at least 1 year. So when you get pregnant every year, it's not healthy. For you, so, and then that's another angle to it. Some women are scared of pregnancy, so they just try to hold back themselves and then deny their husband of sex.
Exactly, because that's one of the challenges that that we know a lot of women in Nigeria face, or in Africa. We're talking about this topic. We're expecting to have the commissioner who's stuck in traffic right now. That's the NPC Federal Commissioner for Lagos State. She is Mrs. Abimbola Salu Hundeyin. She's supposed to join us on the show, and hopefully she'll still be able to join us later on.
Yeah, you know, it's actually really interesting that we had already talked about, you know, sexual relations in relationships, and of course, it's World Population Day. Now, the fact that family planning has become a human right, we know that a lot of people, a lot of organizations have been talking about family planning. But why is it that you feel that, you know, World Population Day theme had to make it a human right? Why do you think it's necessary for it to be a human right?
Okay, because some women see it as a taboo.
Okay.
The impression, even me, it took me a long time to make up my mind, because I had this impression that when you go for family planning, you age quickly, and then you get into menopause quickly. Because my elder sister went into it at, thank God she already had children. At age 40, she was already, and I don't want to age quickly. So it took me a long time to make up my mind after I had my last child to go on family planning. So it's really good for we women to be oriented. It's every human right. There's no side effect to it. You just need to know the one that will suit your system. We have the coil. That's a small rope that is being inserted. We have the one they use by the hand. The coil might work for you and might not work for me. Now you need to find out. That's why we need to visit the hospital. I remember when I was going to do mine, I had to go to the hospital. They did some checks on me, and I was actually scared. And some people say they bleed for a long time. My friend actually bleeded for 3 months. You know, she was just constantly. So those are some of the fears that we need to learn. And some tradition see a woman that is on family planning as an unfaithful woman.
Okay, a promiscuous woman.
Promiscuous woman.
So we need to get rid of.
There was an issue that was brought to me. The woman kept getting pregnant. She already had 7 children. Wow. And the husband insisted no family planning. And then
she had 7 children.
Yeah, and I came in, why? She's having children. And he said, no, in my tradition, when a woman has family planning, that means any man can be, you know, just sleeping with her. I don't want my wife to be unfaithful. I just want me alone. So that is, I'm sure that's why that team was given. So go to the streets to enlighten women.
Okay, so how do we then strike this balance? Because I know you've mentioned a number of options that women can go through, and you go to the hospital and check yourself and all of that. So you've mentioned a situation now where a woman had 7 children and her husband was still insisting on not doing family planning.
Because he was not educated.
He was not educated. So what are the things that people now need to know? Especially, again, some women are afraid. Maybe they had a really tough pregnancy at a particular point. Maybe their first child or their second child. And now they're saying no sex at all because I don't want to get pregnant. My husband is insisting that no family planning. So how do we get a balance in a proper family, husband, wife, everybody?
There are some cases which I used to use after my first baby, but for the second one, it didn't work for me, where you calculate your cycle. Now, we understand that from experience, when I had my first child, I was a 28-day cycle. But at the second child, it changed. I was now sometimes 35, 30, you know, so it wasn't working. So you need to now sit down and say to yourself, am I going to be having children every year? Don't I have my life to live? In some workplace, if you have children, often you lose your job.
Yeah.
So you need to sit down and strike a balance, discuss it with your spouse. And then that is where the government needs to really come in. We need to be going to the marketplace, the streets, to houses, to educate families on the reasons why they should embark on this. By the time you're on family planning, if the normal 28 days, which God actually created for family planning, it's not working. Some churches bank on that. They insist, they don't accept family planning, which God actually created. It's not working for you. Then there should be alternative.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it from the men's perspective.
Yeah.
Now there are, I've actually heard of a case whereby a particular man was actually going out to get his sexual pleasure because he didn't want his wife to get pregnant.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's also another side to it. But then I want us to also go back on the types of family planning one more time. You mentioned the coil, you also mentioned the patch.
The coil. There's this one that just came out, which I'm actually using now.
Okay, what is it called?
They insert it here.
Okay.
I've forgotten the name.
Is that a patch or?
Yeah, it's a small, tiny object.
Okay.
They insert it in your vein.
So this is a hormonal.
And then there's the injection.
Okay.
And then you have to know the one. There's one.
There's the pill.
There's the pill. I don't personally encourage the pill.
So you have to take the pill every day?
You have to take it every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then there's an injection. That injection is every 3 months you go to renew. The coil is after 5 years. But the side effect to the coil, which I have seen people complained of, is sometimes they have, is it the ectopic pregnancy, where the pregnancy is outside the womb. After a certain period of time, if it's not well checked, the woman gets pregnant, but the pregnancy will be outside the womb. Now she goes to operate to take off the baby.
Okay,
because she can't have
the cases I've heard this situation are cases whereby it wasn't applied by a specialist. It wasn't actually an OBGYN that did the application. Maybe it was just a general practitioner that did it. So if, for instance, you know you want to go for family planning, you need to actually go to someone who has that expertise.
An expert, a gynecologist.
So a proper, experts are
gynecologist,
actually required. Also, make sure you carry your spouse along. Also, more education is needed for families and people, like you said, people on the streets. We need to let people know, the generality of people know, and also get rid of the taboos, because that's also a challenge.
It makes them to add weight.
Okay, so I do know of some hormonal ones that make people bloat. Yes, I've heard about that.
That's why you need to check the one
that works best for you.
Sometimes it takes you a period of 1 year. Sometimes some people don't get to see their period for 1 year. I know of a friend. She didn't see her period. She did hers in England. She didn't see her period for 1 year, which is very dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah, very dangerous.
So you need to find the one that works best for you. And on a day like this, World Population Day, it's really, really important that we discuss some of these issues. There are thorny issues. Some of them are actually taboo issues. Nobody wants to talk about them, but it's good that you're helping shed light on some of these issues.
But something I would like people to appreciate is that it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to do research on, because, we're even talking about how many other distractions affect relations in the bedroom. If that is a distraction, that's probably going to kill the sex life
because the woman is thinking, I don't want to get pregnant.
Exactly.
And then the man wants it. We have some men that want it every day. And then the woman is saying, I don't want to get pregnant. There was an issue. She was complaining. My husband keeps demanding, and I don't want it. I don't want to get pregnant. I told her, babes, go and get a family planning done. There's no need denying your husband. The first responsibility as a woman is to be sexually involved with your partner. So if you have to play your right, if you don't play it and another lady takes your place, don't come and cry to me later. So let's get it done and move on.
Wow.
Sandra,
I love this. I love this conversation.
She's very blunt with it. We have to wrap up now. We have to go to the kitchen.
Speaking for the men. Thank you.
The commissioner has just arrived, actually, and it's really, really great that she was able to make it to the studio this morning. We've been trying to do justice to this conversation. On,
especially because it's World Population Day, and it's really, really important that we understand the issues,
of course,
and how it affects average individuals. It's not just talking about it in conferences, because that happens a lot. Human rights and all of that, but how it affects average families. Like Sandra was just talking about someone who had 7 children. and
okay.
you know,
so
some assistance
I'm
and
thinking
having
let's
more.
go to the kitchen. Beyonce has prepared something for us to chew on, and it's been a while since Beyonce has been in the studio with us. It's really, really great to have him back, by the way.
It's been up to like 3 or 4 months.
Yes, indeed. Please, this way. Let's seat you right here.
All right.
I think
while we have a conversation.
Thank you.
Learned quite a lot today.
Oh, thanks a lot.
She's amazing.
I got it. I got
Yeah.
it. I got it. And
And
let's
then
welcome the commissioner.
Good morning, Ma. You're welcome.
Right. Please come this way, madam.
Wow, we
You're
heard
very
that.
welcome.
We heard that the traffic was over an hour.
Honestly, I'm so sorry about it. That was why I wanted the 7.
Would you like to take a seat?
Just have a seat.
Anyhow,
Please do.
Thank you. Please do.
All right.
Good morning, Ma.
All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All
Madam,
right.
hopefully we did some justice to the topic
to the
while
topic,
you were
wow.
watching.
And I'm so proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you can say one or two things. I mean, on a day like this, World Population Day, talking about family planning as a human right, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, like I've always said, human rights is the gateway to prosperity to a nation. And the woman is at the center of the population policy. The woman is the reproductive organ, so she deserves the greater part of the attention. She's a cycle of prosperity for any nation, because when you train a woman, when she goes through education, formal education, she comes out better, and then she's able to look after her children better. She's able to know that these are the health benefits. I must give vaccination to my child at this point in time. I must make my child do her homework or his homework at this point in time. And then because she's got a vocation, she's able to contribute to the upkeep in the family. And you know, the more people that provide in a nation, the better for the nation, the more prosperity. When a woman, that's why we're advocating family planning. When you make a girl child marry, that's why I use a girl child. She's not ready physically, she's not ready emotionally, even spiritually she's not ready. So she doesn't even appreciate this is a child, a gift that I must hold dearly. But when a woman goes through primary, secondary, and then goes for a vocation or even a university, she looks after her child, and then she wants the child to be better than her. So she creates where the nation gets better by the day. She creates healthy children, and of course, you know, health is wealth. Yeah. That's why we call the woman a cycle of prosperity.
Wow,
and family planning is important. Her body must be allowed to restore. It should be by right. It should be by choice. It's not by chance. Nobody should impose it on you that you must have 10 children. It's your body. You should be able to say, I want to have 2. And if you recall, in the very old days, they never made women have children until after about 3-4 years.
Wow. Really?
That's the truth. That's why you have songs like, oh, Kwame Fodumeta, because you have to back your child for 3 years. Until that child begins to walk and talk, you're not allowed to have another child. Wow. And that's why we have healthier people then, you know. But nowadays, babies are giving birth to babies.
Wow.
It's
Thank you so much.
We have run out of time.
Little time. We've learned so much.
Thank you so much.
That's the NPC Federal Commissioner for Lagos State there, talking to us about family planning and the importance of this to women and the family.
Yeah.
We have to go now.
Yes.
Beyonce, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, you know,
for this.
Yes.
As a special guest. You know.
Okay, so we're wrapping up, but what's this called?
This is plantain cakes and spicy sausage sauce.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure we're going to be having a taste after
Yes,
the show.
yes.
because we're really,
Wrap
really
it
out of
up.
time.
Yes.
We have to wrap up. Big thank you to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And of course, Fola's Place, thank you so much for styling our hair every morning. We do this every single morning from 7 a.m. all the way till 9. Tomorrow, there'll be a fresh edition of the show from 7 a.m.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to all our